An increase in health concerns since the red tide outbreak. We talked to a doctor about what people should do about the symptoms.
Plus, more dead dolphins turning up across the Suncoast. How scientists will determine if their deaths were caused by red tide.
How this red tide outbreak is affecting local tourism. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. During our coverage of red tide, ABC 7 viewers have been reaching out to us here at the station with health concerns, asking us if it's safe to breathe the air or go in the water. ABC 7's Taylor Torgano is digging deeper for answers and found some of the places most affected by red tide on Longboat Key, and they're in canals right behind people's homes.
We know red tide is bad at our area beaches, but imagine living at this home just off of John Ringling Parkway. I'm told these fish have been here for more than 2 weeks now, and I've only been here 5 minutes and already started coughing. So the respiratory issues, is it safe to get inside the water? I sat down with doctors today to ask.
We are definitely seeing the effects of the red tide this year.
In fact, allergy doctor Jennifer Ferguson says it's been so bad, she's advising people to stay out of the water.
People should avoid being in the water during this season because of the red tide. The toxin is very potent, and when inhaled can cause a lot of respiratory upper and lower respiratory symptoms.
Doctors say this harmful algal bloom is likely to affect you one way or another, but the degree of itchy eyes, scratchy throat, and coughing will depend on the person.
We've had a lot of patients come in with flares of their nasal symptoms, exacerbations of their asthma, where they're having to use their rescue inhaler more frequently, or they're coughing and wheezing near daily compared to how they had been.
Those airborne toxins also have the ability to cause skin irritation and rashes if you're submerged. However, the medical director of Sarasota Memorial Hospital's ER and urgent care centers says the algae is merely an irritant that isn't proven to have lasting effects.
The closer you are to it, the more irritating it's going to be, but it's typically not a life-threatening situation rather than getting a sore throat and some red eyes.
That irritation can spread to your stomach if you're not careful where you're getting your shellfish during high red tide events.
Mollusks, oysters, clams, mussels, they tend to accumulate the toxin in their tissue as opposed to fish.
But Dr. Holland says you're typically safe if you're eating that fish at a restaurant. The good news is SMH says they haven't gotten anyone checking into their ER rooms with internal or physical symptoms of red tide. If you must go to the beach, doctors recommend you bring a respiratory mask. And if you have asthma or COPD, they say you should stay away altogether. I'm reporting from Longboat Key. Taylor Torgano, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Taylor. Marine life continues to die in this outbreak. A total of 6 dead dolphins have been recovered within the last 24 hours in Suncoast waters, likely the victims of red tide. All were found in or near Venice, with the most recent 2 washing ashore on North Casey Key. We have exclusive video from earlier today of the Venice Marine Patrol officers towing in 2 of those deceased dolphins. All 6 dolphins have now been taken to Mote Marine Lab. Scientists there say dolphins will typically migrate away when red tide is present, so they'll be performing necropsies to determine if that's what caused their deaths.
We will need to confirm. This is an extremely unusual event for us. We get about 15 dolphins a year, so to have 6 in less than 24 hours is not only alarming, but just a lot of work and has us all on high alert. Every time that pager goes off, we're wondering if we're going to have another one somewhere.
Most scientists don't believe these dead dolphins are from a local population. That is documented by the lab.
Well, the tons of dead fish that have washed up on our shores in recent weeks have also done a number on Suncoast tourism. Visit Sarasota now talking with local businesses to get a clearer picture of just how big a hit we've taken. They've passed out a survey to various hotels, motels, and vacation rentals in the area. Out of those that responded to the survey so far, 75% have seen cancellations. The vice president of Visit Sarasota says these questions will eventually answer many questions involving local impact.
What are you seeing? Are you seeing cancellations? If so, are they day of cancellations? Are they cancellations for the future?
Visit Sarasota also planning on sending out this same survey once again next week. Now, ABC7 is covering the red tide bloom from every possible angle. Log on to mysuncoast.com/redtide to see all of our coverage, including those answers to your most frequently asked questions.
All right, let's get a check now on the latest conditions on red tide from the Florida Fish and Wildlife. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan has that.
That's right. It's a midweek report, and it's a combination of the past several days. So we are showing up now high concentrations all the way through Manatee County and one moderate concentration into Pinellas County. So it is moving northward as we've seen all week long now. And here's a look. 40 samples in Sarasota County now showing up. They had been up to 15 to 19 samples over the past couple of weeks, but now it's up to 40 samples showing that red tide. And you'll notice we're on the high scale all the way from Collier County through Lee County and into Charlotte County, Sarasota, and Manatee counties now. So it's a pretty large, extensive bloom. It is patchy in areas here in Manatee and Sarasota counties. But with this westerly component expected to continue with our wind flow, it's going to continue to bring the harmful impacts right on into area beaches, unfortunately. And what's happening is this low pressure system in frontal boundary is going to slide into the southeast, bumping these two high pressure ridges down to the south of us. They'll merge down there and bring us that onshore flow. Right now, some storms. This is going to be a kind of pattern, too, that'll be mainly inland in the late afternoon and evening, already starting up today. A few showers are possible along the coast, but not a lot expected. More on the weather forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The Braden River High School football team is facing major consequences from the Florida High School Athletic Association. An investigation found that at least 2 of the football players were living with and receiving, quote, impermissible benefits from boosters. The violations will now cost Braden River High School $5,000, and the accused student athletes will be suspended from the team for a year. Manatee County School District standing by their football team, saying in a press release that the district will be appealing this ruling and, quote, are confident the decision will be overturned once the full details emerge.
A high-speed chase ends in a violent crash in Sarasota that leads to a man's death. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office releasing new details of a crash that resulted in the death of 22-year-old Terrence Tilley last Sunday. Deputies say Sarasota police stopped Tilley at an intersection in North Sarasota and then took off in a stolen car. Deputies joined in on that chase. They say Tilley crashed about a mile away from where he was originally stopped near Booker High School. Tilley later died in the hospital from his injuries, and a passenger in the car is still in the hospital.
The diverging diamond on I-75 and University Parkway now being recognized by America's Transportation Awards. FDOT winning in the Best Use of Technology and Innovation category for the diverging diamond, noting the adaptive signal system in 12-lane road. The ATA says since opening, the diverging diamond has saved time and lives, saying that commuters have experienced a 40% reduction in travel delays and a 50% decrease in the number of crashes. FDOT will now be getting an award.
City of Sarasota is cutting its losses with a downtown shuttle service after spending nearly $340,000 to bring the iRide service to the area. For the past year, iRide drivers pick up these carts in the Palm Avenue garage and then drive around the downtown core to pick up passengers. The city says it doesn't plan to financially support the service when the contract expires next year. One taxpayer we talked to in downtown says she was disappointed the city spent that much money in the first place.
For me, it would be a waste of my tax money because I am a taxpayer of Sarasota, and it is a waste. You can do better things with it. I don't have a great example what you would be able to do with it now, but I think they can do much better with it.
We contacted the CEO of Gotcha, the company responsible for iRide. He says they will continue their services to the city without funding for the foreseeable future.
Home values are increasing across the country, and a new study says Anna Maria Island is about to reach a milestone. Real estate company Zillow says Anna Maria Island will likely be on their $1 million city list by next year, meaning it's a city with a median home value of $1 million or more. Anna Maria Island will be Manatee County's first $1 million city.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, we're going to have a preview of Sarasota's new medical marijuana dispensary, which is set to open on Friday.
And how Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School is preparing for the first day of school 6 months after a mass shooting happened there.
now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC7 on Facebook.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
It fell off the roof of my car.
It fell out of my backpack.
Oh, it fell off my grocery cart.
I tossed it to a really clumsy friend.
I tripped while jogging.
My 2-year-old had a temper tantrum.
It bounced down 2 flights of stairs.
No matter how you broke your smartphone, there's only one smart way to fix it. Batteries plus bulbs.
I dropped it on the floor, and he stepped on it.
Schedule your repair at batteriesplus.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Pastors, civil rights leaders, and politicians marching to Governor Scott's office today to demand a repeal of the state's controversial Stand Your Ground law. Tensions over the July 19th shooting of Marquise McLaughlin in parking space dispute in Clearwater escalated after Pinellas County Sheriff decided not to arrest shooter Michael Draka, citing Florida's law that allows people who fear their lives are in danger to use deadly force without having to retreat. Supporters of McLaughlin's family say they want change.
Whether you're in Tallahassee, whether you're in Jacksonville, whether you're in Miami, whether you're in Tampa, or whether you're in little old Clearwater, this is all of our business. Amen. And guess what we won't do? We will not rest. That's right. We will not rest until the shooter is arrested, until charges are filed, but most importantly, until Stand Your Ground is repealed.
Florida lawmakers have until noon Friday to respond to a proposal by state Democrats to call a special session to revisit the Stand Your Ground law. The proposal needs 3/5 support in each of the GOP-dominated legislative chambers to move forward, and most Republicans still support the controversial law.
New at 6, as students prepare to return to school this year, safety measures are being put in place across the country in the wake of multiple mass shootings. Students at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School will see several changes on the first day of school. 17 students and faculty at that school in Parkland, Florida were killed, prompting officials to come up with more than a dozen new security measures. Among the changes are controlled access card readers for staff, updated surveillance cameras, double security personnel, metal detectors, and the addition of guidance counselors.
to make sure that we're not only addressing safety, but also the mental health, the supports that are needed, because there are people still going through trauma and grief.
This comes as authorities release new details of the confessed shooter speaking to a detective after his arrest, blaming a demon in his head for the shooting. Nonetheless, the superintendent said he is focused on moving forward.
New developments on suspected school shooter Nicholas Cruz. The sheriff leading an independent investigation of the incident says Cruz's behavior before the shooting was a roller coaster. Pinellas County Sheriff says Cruz would do well at school for long periods, but then his behavior would deteriorate.
A Florida university making plans to reschedule a graduation ceremony that was canceled because of a threat. Florida Atlantic University announcing that cancellation yesterday, moments before the ceremony was scheduled to start. Officials said a staff member found a threatening note in the women's bathroom, prompting an evacuation of the school's auditorium. That commencement will now happen next week instead, and those who cannot make it can go to the spring semester graduation in December.
Well, let's talk weather. A hot day on the Suncoast and some shifting winds.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Want
well advertised yesterday. It's going to be more westerly and southwesterly, which will bring some of the harmful impacts back to the beaches. Now, last couple of days, it's been a little bit better. Let's not say it's been beautiful, but a little bit better. And
there was a glimpse of hope there.
Yeah, there was. And we mentioned it's still the red tide's out there. There's no doubt. But when the wind's blowing from the east, it keeps everything offshore mainly. But that's going to be changing soon. And it is patchy. It's not a widespread, contiguous red tide right now. So there are times that you're going to see no impacts along area beaches, but other times you will. And I've had reports already in south end of Longboat Key, a lot of sneezing, coughing, and eyes watering there. And look at the tower cam looking out over Sarasota Bay near the Ringling Bridge. Kind of a haze in the atmosphere. The air quality index is in the moderate range, just barely though, at 51 today. High pressure typically does not allow a lot of mixing in the atmosphere, and so you get a bit more haze around. And we have that right over the top of us pretty much as it traverses across us down to the south, where its resting place will be the Florida Straits, which will bring us that westerly flow, which always means a few morning coastal showers and thunderstorms, even some late night, early morning activity too. We saw that a couple of weeks ago, and it dominates our weather pattern for the next at least 4 to 5 days. Things aren't going to change much there, and that does favor inland storms. Again, morning showers are possible on the coast mainly, but the late afternoon and early evening storms like we're seeing now, it's already starting in the spine of the peninsula right now. There are a few showers out here in the Gulf of Mexico. There's a little low pressure in the upper level of the atmosphere kind of kicking those off, but they haven't had much of a chance of surviving long. You'll see them moving off to the north. I could still expect to see 1 or 2 possibly developing as this low slowly moves off to the north-northwest over the upcoming 12 hours. But boy, those storms are big inland. Wauchula just to the east thereof, and eastern portions of Hardee County, DeSoto County, and Highlands County. And get used to it, because you're going to get slammed, I think, over the upcoming days, especially over the weekend. With that west wind, storms really have a tendency to build up there into central Florida and push off toward the east coast. It's coming down heavy now southeast of Arcadia in southeast DeSoto County. I mentioned the wind. It'll turn to the east just a little bit tonight. So one more night of maybe an east to southeast wind, and then a steady west wind, I think anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour, will persist from the noon time on. The dry air in place that had been around us is slowly thinning out, but it'll still be around tomorrow, so our rain chances are going to stay low both on Thursday and Friday. Low, meaning not our normal afternoon and evening thunderstorm rain chance, which is around 40 to 50%. Tonight, the storms stay mainly inland. I mentioned 1 or 2 lone showers here along the coast possible. Tomorrow morning, a few morning showers pushing inland in the afternoon and evening, heading off to the east coast, and just kind of carry that on to Saturday and Sunday with the bulk of the heavy rainfall inland. The 4th named storm of the season, not doing a whole lot. Debbie is moving off to the northeast. Now, it is a tropical storm, expected to be that way just for the next 24 hours, and then it will fade away into a low pressure system as it moves over some much colder air and water, I should say, over the Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic. Also colder air as well. Current conditions 87 degrees, heat index at 100 right now. And as far as the high goes today, 91. That's close to the average of 90, and 75 the morning low. The low temperatures will be much warmer too. Not so much tonight, but the upcoming nights, and high humidity will make it feel very warm and muggy at night. Southwest to west winds at 5 to 10 knots for boaters out there. The forecast I mentioned, slight chances for showers on Thursday and Friday. And then we'll see a little bit better chance for inland storms on Saturday and Sunday with a few morning showers and isolated thunderstorms near the coast. pushing off toward the east. That stays with us, I think, at least through Tuesday. High temperatures will be right around 90, but the heat index will be a little higher because of that higher humidity with that west wind. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The city of Sarasota getting a new medical marijuana dispensary this Friday. Sarasota-based UltMed Enterprises opening a new store on Fruitville Road. The site is the second of 25 planned UltMed dispensaries throughout the state of Florida. Products will include topicals, patches, vape pens, oral sprays, and concentrates, all created close to the Suncoast. The president of the company says he's excited to bring these products to Sarasota.
There's more than 100,000 medical cannabis patients in the state of Florida currently. The state is estimating there will be nearly 500,000 by 2020. In Florida, there is no wholesaling of products, so our award-winning Move medical cannabis products are only available at Move cannabis dispensaries.
The store will also offer guidance from staff in private consultation areas. Medical cannabis can only be bought in Florida with a doctor's prescription.
All right, stay with us.
When we come back, we'll show you the new way that you can support one of Florida's universities.
Tomorrow, the Russia probe. Will the president answer questions about possible obstruction of justice? His legal team decides. Plus, battling the largest wildfire in California history. We are right there. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
According to Golf Digest, 2 of the nation's top golf resorts are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, the Auburn Opelika Marriott at Grand National, and the Renaissance Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa in Birmingham. Plus, the Marriott at Grand National was recognized as Hotel of the Year by Marriott International. Experience luxury and world-class golf Southern style. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts or call 800-949-4444 to book your trip to the trail.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Listen up, USF fans. The Florida Department of Highway Safety releasing this specialty plate for Bulls fans today. Those who want one will have to pay $25 in specialty plate fees. The DMV says revenue from the sale of these plates go back to the university to fund academic enhancements such as scholarships and other activities. They'll be available at the DMV offices starting on Friday.
That's a good looking plate. I think the previous ones had a white background. Now you've got the USF green.
A little bit more. Yeah. There you go. Go Bulls. We are looking at some nice weather tonight for the most part. A few inland storms will be winding down here in the next couple of hours, but all in all, pretty quiet.
Okay. Bob, thank you. Thank you for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area. Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The Players Center invites you to explore the family dynamic in the classic story of On Golden Pond. The Tony Award-winning play opening August 9th is funny, thoughtful, and brutally honest. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. On Golden Pond is calling you.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid. Your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
Independence U for an independent you.
Call 1-800-965-2704.
My California classes experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.